hopefully good. I am going out with my friend for lunch in a little while, so I've scribbled on some half makeup. I got these in a ColourPop mystery bag a while back, and I never opened them, and I just opened them and started using them this week. And I don't know, I just kind of like the way they looked on Teams calls, so I've put them back on. But honestly, I've lost my makeup touch. I don't do looks that serve, as the kids say these days. So, yeah. Anywho, other than that, the week's been pretty meh. Meh is the term of the week. I'm taking Monday off to just use up some time, and Stefan has Monday off, so I don't know. We'll just be able to spend some time together. Haven't been able to in a while, so there's that. And yeah, so I had my Coach unboxing of that bag I bought off of Amazon, and I was really torn with that bag. I really wanted to like it. I really liked the denim, but I didn't like the denim on that bag. So that was a hard decision. But ultimately, I'm like, I don't want a bag that I can't use the straps on as they are, and it just didn't work out. So I ended up taking that back to UPS store yesterday to get my money back, and then I'm gonna go on the hunt for one of the outlet bags on Poshmark and see if I can find it, since they're all sold out, because those were the ones that I did test out slightly in the store. I just at the time wasn't that excited about them. So anyway, so that was last week. I did just get my Macy's order, and you would think that there's something of a decent size in here, right? And I tell you that now because there's paper, and that's all there is in the box, and another piece of paper in the box. But yeah, I was like, that's pretty massive. I mean, I appreciate the care that you've taken with my rouge, but that seemed excessive. So they were having another sale, and on the rare instances you can get Hermes at a discount, do it. So this was Macy's. This is the limited edition rouge, like the orange one that I bought about a month or so now. But I ended up picking up, which color is this? Beige Halo, number 4, Brilliant. So, and this also has an orange bag. So I guess this series has the orange baggie, because of the special edition. But I believe this is different than the other one. I have the other one over here. So here is the orange one. Here is Beige Halo. So they've used the same purple, but the bottom color is different. So I like the packaging though. Beige Halo is, I think, the more neutral, if I remember correctly, of the silkies. Cute little emblem there. Yeah. So definitely more neutral. It kind of looks to me like that lip balm lip liner from Merit that I had picked up. I'm knocking things over left and right. Let's try it out. That is practically my lips. You literally can't even see it. So that's a My Lips but better shade. I like that. I should pick up a backup. Actually, you said that they're refillable. I don't feel that you can take it apart. It says it's refillable. Yeah, refillable object, rechargeable. But I don't see the refills online. So anyway, I really like that color. It's a really no-brainer shade is what I like to call it. We don't have to worry about coloring within the lines or it bleeding, any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, awesome. So Rouge Brilliant. And there's one other shade, and I might pick that one up because I really do like this formula. But that's pretty. Okay, so I throw that in the purse. All right, so like I said, I'm going out to lunch, so we've got to pick out the fragrances of the week. We have to pick out the bag of the week. The nails were just plain linear. I don't know if I'll do a manicure before I leave, so it probably will be the same as last week. Oh, before I forget, Nancy, the other Nancy, you told me to pick this up. I did. I do like it. It does have a little bit of a fragrance, so that took some getting used to, but I picked it up Amazon Prime and got it within what, day or two of you telling me about it, and I've been using it since, and I do like it. I think it's nice. It's not the same as the Tatcha, but it's nicer than the Peach and Lily for sure. So do like it. Thank you so much for the suggestion. So that was excellent. All right, so we'll go over and pick out the things, and then I'll come back in the end if I choose to do this before I leave. I will let you know. So, all right, we're over here at the fragrance counter, and it was cherry week, so we had a fruit-filled explosion. Just kidding. Yeah, no, it was good. I really enjoyed wearing everything. I mean, it was a really common theme. So the one thing I did notice is this one is very minimal on the cherry front. It might be because it's a dupe, but it definitely doesn't have the cherry notes that is. I almost want to think of it as like effervescent Sprite, the Uncola, as they might call it. It just didn't have a whole lot of just cherry essence, in my opinion. So yeah, I was kind of wondering what they're going for, but then again, I don't have the Tom Ford version to compare it to consistently, so I can't speak to whether it has true to it or not, because I only had one card sample and it's long dissipated since then. It's from October. So anyway, yeah, this is probably the most disappointing. This one had a little bit of cherry, but because of the smoke, ember, fire, whatever you want to call it, it's just not enough. So very interesting deviation from the cherry fruit essence. So I've read that there are other houses that do this type of realm, going the smoky cherry and the sparkly cherry, and do it better. I believe it's Sebastian's his name. I'll link his channel down below and put his information on the screen. He has some really good information about that. So anywho, we're going to find a different tray theme for the week. There may not be a theme. That might just be things I grab, but we're going to go and put these away. Well, this is going to be different. So this is a sampler I picked up probably the last Sephora sale. So not this one, but I think the one at the holiday. And I've had it sitting here on the shelf for, a few months now. And it's time to dip into here. It It is 9 cents though. And there's only one in here that I have tried before. That is salt. And I gave it away, if you remember, last year to one of you. And it didn't live up to the description that it had when I tried it out. So I'm going to skip that one for sure, which will then leave 8 other scents to try. But I'm not going to pick them now. I'm going to pick them during the week. So we will find one of each that I decide on in the moment during the week. And I'll take an actual picture of this so you can see all the descriptions. And then we'll decide, which ones were worth it, not worth it, never going to buy. This was really reasonable for a sampler, and they're pretty decent size little vials. I can probably take a few wears out of it. I'm most excited, of course, about sunfruit, sweet, vanilla milk, probably the amber, possibly bee. I know that's a honey one. But yeah, we'll see. I will show you what I pick out next week. But this is the tray of the week, a discovery set. The girls are wearing their SNACK. So they're in here very impatient with me. Okay, so we carried the small Atlantique and we loved it. This was excellent. Perfect size. Was able to cram everything I need into it for all the things I did. Errands, running a UPS store, all the things. Going to the vet with pickles. She has an ear infection, by the way, so yay. Fun time. Dolly, ma'am. Dolly. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so little Pickles is having me medicated, and she's beyond unhappy with me. So yeah, anyway, this worked fabulously. Best invention to have separate straps, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is it an invention? Best idea for Louis to sell them separately, I guess. I rarely bring this out, but I've used it with a Coach bag. I've used it, believe it or not, with my Empreinte Felicie. I didn't care about mixing the leathers. It looked fine. And one other time, I'm trying to remember the other bag that I used this with, but this was perfect, beyond perfect. I am so glad. And I bought this for like $100 on the RealReal ages ago. So probably one of my first purchases. I think I bought it to use with the Epi Noe that I had picked up, thinking that it could just be a secondary strap because it wouldn't look too off with the Epi. But I don't. Oh, I think I used it with the Epi, what is it? The Montaigne, I believe, is what I carried it with. So I think it, oddly, patent, however you want to say it, goes okay with Epi. And I know that they made one called Electric Epi, I think, at one point, that was like patent leather, but with the Epi striation texture. So anyway, we're putting that away. I don't think I used the little, no, did not. Didn't use that. I didn't put anything on the side, although I could have. I did use this card case. I carried that. Carried Sunny's, although most of the week did not need that. I have loose cash, as I always do every time I seem to unpack a bag. All right, so that was the bag of the week. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna carry this week. I do have to go in the office to meet a client on Tuesday. I told you I was taking Monday off to hang out with the hubs, but other than that, not too much that I have to worry about. So I can probably find a smaller bag that I can throw into the Neverfull or the Michael Kors work bag. Let me go digging and figure out where the week will take us. Mamas, are you mad? Are we having a bad day? Are we having a bad day? We're not? Having a good day? We're up here looking for our bones. She's done with me. Got all that pug hair. Mommy's got a vacuum. When I get home, I'll vacuum. I'll do the vacuum. Would you do vacuum? Yeah. How your ears feel, Mama? You're doing okay? They're not so bad. You're okay? She hates me touching her. But they'll be better soon, right? With your beautiful little face. Yeah. With her pretty ears. Dolly doesn't have sticky ears. Dolly's ears are perfect. Right, Mama? Are you perfect? Oh, you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow's grooming day. You get to go see Sam, your groomer. Oh my goodness. You're going to be all beautiful and brand new pug smell. It'll be gorgeous. All right. Say bye to your fans. Okay. I have a plan or thoughts of a plan. I think it's been a while, but I haven't used Cassie 19 since I made my video about why I hate the Cassie 19. So I think it's time to do the Minx for All test. You know, take it out one last time, confirm it needs to go, it needs to be sold, it needs to just go away and not be part of my shelf because it doesn't work for me or annoys me too much, especially after this trial with the denim bag that I picked up. So I'm on my phone right now, my big giant phone, which is one of the reasons it will fit in this bag in the middle, but that's the only place it will fit. So I won't be able to fit much else, but I have to try. And then the other thing that annoys me about this bag is that, and that was the same thing with the one I just returned, was all the straps. You can't carry it with all the straps because for whatever reason, one of them will fly off at any given time. I don't know if it was a defect or what was going on, but a lot of people report the same thing, that something happens. It's not made to have every single strap on at any given time, which kind of bums me out because here's the little gold, pretty, or brushed gold. That's decorative. That's not something I'd ever carry as a handle. It's truly decorative. So it's like I have to choose between the crossbody, the top handle, or the gold chain. The top handle, the only reason I leave this on is because this is the out of the chair quickly to get out of the car handle. But then I immediately go to the crossbody to put it on and carry it because that's just what I prefer, how I prefer to carry this bag. So technically I could take this one off, put the chain on, and put the crossbody. That's what I got to figure out for this week. So that being said, got both the straps here. Got what I usually have been carrying. From the looks of it, I don't believe this. Yeah, these sunnies are not going to fit, so I got to find a different pair. If I use this catch-all, The phone has to go here. The good thing is the card case is very small, so that could go in the back. The keys can probably hang out with the phone here. I don't technically need to take the coin, and that's fine. I can leave that. This cash, I do want to take it with me, and that can hang out with the card case in the back. So, phone has to go in. I don't think there'll be room for sunglasses and with a phone. So that is my dilemma, because, well, it's like I have to leave something home every time whenever I want to use a bag this small. And I don't know why I get so cranky about it. When I have a wallet on chain, I don't whine that my sunglasses don't fit on it. But it seems like I can always make do. I mean, I guess I could hang this off of the side. I'm going to hem and haw for 500 years, but so that's the plan. We're going to carry Cassie 19. We're going to try all the configurations. We're going to figure out if it needs to go or if I could make it work. If I can make it work, I'll update you next week. Otherwise, it's probably going to go into a sale. I'm thinking about listing on Poshmark. We'll see. It might be on eBay. Who knows? Thanks for listening. I'll get going to wrap up, and yeah, there's the bag of the week. All right, my friends, I am going to head out. Like I mentioned, I didn't bother doing anything with the nails other than putting another clear coat on. And that's it. That's pretty much wrapping. Oh, here we go. I forgot to talk about this. I did pick up this as well from Bloomingdale's, because I wanted to get in the backup jar of the La Mer. It's this little like travel kit. And it also had the Patera, which my friend Laura Kamachica also recommended to me quite some time ago, and I just used up the bottle. So I figured if I picked up that, a little bit of a refill, and I actually got it at a discount. It was $55 regular price. I still think it's still on the website, but I had like some 10% off, I think it was. So it was $50, which not a huge savings, but you know, $5, something. Anyway, so that is the other thing that came in this week. And that is one more edition of Ruthless Shopping, Unnecessary Spending. What was the what was I doing? Anyway, I'm gonna go have lunch. Caesar salad. That's all I ever get when I go out to lunch. And I'll let you know how the week. Oh, I forgot. I know one last thing. The kids ended up getting me flowers. I didn't take a picture of them, and they already have wilted and died. They were just really cute orange roses from Trader Joe's and some white hydrangeas. A really simple little bouquet, but being the bad mother that I am, did I Instagram it? No. Did I take pictures of it? No. I just loved on it. I loved on my children. So wonderful, fabulous little children that, you know, somebody with opposable thumbs helped them out to get that little gift. But I loved them either way. So hope you have a good week ahead. I hope you are enjoying spring. The month is going by really fast. Before we know it, Memorial Day will be here in the States, which means the unofficial start of summer. It's not really, but it's technically an official start of summer, which means, yeah, all the hot days are coming. Tell me what you're carrying, what you've been spending on, if you've been spending, if you've not been spending, if you've been so much more responsible than I have. Please let me know how irresponsible I am down below. No problem. I will take it. I am going to pack this into the Cassie, which has barely any room. Take this with me to lunch and head out on my merry little way. So I will see you next week. Take care. Bye.